So the story goes, I bought a Pimax, and I just wanted to experience my Hornet in VR in a fantastic way. But I possessed a 4060 Ti, and I was told that was possible with that graphics card in all of my settings in my computer. But it wasn't true. I got the Pimax, I started that journey, and what I found was I needed a bigger graphics card. So I looked online for my NVIDIA 4090, and it was $2,600. So I opted for a Radeon Merc 310 XFX RX 7900 XTX graphics card by AMD for a hell of a price, $900. Here we have it, and here it is. Upon getting the graphics card, I realized it was way too big for my initial box, so therefore I had to buy another box. I went ahead and decided that I would buy everything over again and have two computers, so I did that. And I kept the 4060, and I'm glad I did. Because upon getting the Radeon, I found out that not only was it too big, but it had issues with how to connect the wires. I still think I'm wrong, and I'm not drawing enough power. If I had purchased an NVIDIA card, my power supply unit would have connected up quickly with one cable. That was included in the box, but not with an AMD product. It was a little tricky. Once solving the power plug issue, we got the card to work. And if you can notice, the card has quite a nice bit of sag in it, right about here. Very nice sag, indeed. It's problematic, because the box was supposed to come with a riser, and it did not. So my case that I purchased failed to have a part in it. Now I have a sag, and I've got to repair that. It seems to be problematic. Once we decide to keep it, that is, because I'm not certain that I will. To be honest with you, this card for a streamer is not a good card. Upon installing the card correctly, I found that the Radeon Live is shit. Let's just say it. So, I'm not sure where the problem lies, but I'm unable to use my OBS. It doesn't jive with the AMD Radeon card. So now I'm left with using the Radeon product, which is similar, only it doesn't work, unlike the OBS, which worked fine to stream from my camera and my game and an overlay of an image. Now trying that in the AMD software is, shall I say, problematic at best, downright gut-wrenchingly aggravating is really what I would like to say about it. You have problems with your sound devices trying to connect. I can't get my sound devices to connect. I can't record sound. Only wait a minute, I did one time. One time was I able to get the entire process to work, only once. And every other time, I get a green screen, a black screen, some crashy crash. Things are always happening terribly bad in this card. It's a real deal. Now, I'm about to remove this card and go back to the 4060 Ti. And I believe I'm going to go ahead when they're released and buy a 5080 NVIDIA card and do a comparison test and make sure that this is what I think it is. What I think this is pay more for NVIDIA. I don't care what you say. I would have gladly paid the extra money to get an NVIDIA card had I known they were going to come out and be the price they were. I would have spent one more grand to get an NVIDIA card and had it just plug up and play, especially with DCS. So far with the Radeon, I've gotten the Pimax to work, and I mean incredibly well. To a degree, it is flawless, but occasionally I have major hiccups, like when I was flying in weather last night, and the Pimax just decided to stop centering itself and started floating around wherever it wanted to. And I have no idea how to isolate that, but it never happened in my 4060. I just couldn't get very high frames. Now I'm rocking really high frames with this AMD card, and the Pimax is running very well until it doesn't. And when it doesn't, it fails hard. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. So I'm experiencing blackouts. I'm experiencing faulty moments with my Pimax after running successfully. I experience very intermittent use of the recording process. It will or will not save a video. It just depends on what it wants to do. I've looked online. I've only found one other video a year ago that the gentleman did a real good job articulating what his problems were, and they were similar to mine. For a streamer, this is not a good card. NVIDIA is hands down, I would say, in touch with both sides of gaming and tool utilization, such as streaming services. I can't even get the Radeon to connect to my YouTube. I was able to do that very quickly with both OBS and the NVIDIA. So with the OBS and the Radeon, I can't even use the OBS. And now I can't stream to YouTube. And if I do get to record something, it doesn't record the sound. Or maybe it does. And maybe it only records one voice and not the many we're trying to record. So far, I give big thumbs down to this product in regards to the way I intend to use it. With DCS, which is a whole nother thing on the gaming level, and streaming, recording, uploading, and doing anything like that, it's just not happening for me. So I'm about to put the 4060 Ti back in and have some peace and not stress. And then I'm going to probably spend another grand on an NVIDIA 5080. Alright guys, peace.